Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And today's video is about YouTuber Austin Jones, who was just sentenced to 10 years in prison. But before we get started, if you enjoyed the article reactions on this video and the commentary, please like, share, and subscribe. So let's get into the article. YouTube star gets 10 years in prison for persuading underage girls to send him sexually explicit videos. Okay, and this is why it is very important that we as adults and as parents, that we are closely, and I mean closely, monitoring our children and the internet. Not because we think they will do anything wrong, but because there are sexual predators and violent offenders who are looking for victims. And they know that little children and teenagers, they are very vulnerable and they're easily misled. So we're going to have to tighten it up. I know some of us are strict and we have things in place, but for those of us who are not as involved in watching them, maybe this will convince you to watch your children more closely on the internet. You know, they have programs and softwares, things that you can do around your home. Like me personally, I don't think any child should have a computer in their room. You know, the computer needs to be in the family room. Because I need to know what's going on. Check their social media pages, and I know that children are crafty. They can think of ways around things, but let's get on with the article. YouTube singer Austin Jones has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for asking underage girls to send him sexually explicit videos of themselves to prove that they're fans. See, he knows this is a predator who knows how to get into the mind and get into the head of a teenage girl. He knows that teenage girls, they like boys. They want to feel like boys like them. And all he has to do is put it in their face. Oh, you need to prove to me that you like me. And he knows if he does that, they'll do whatever he wants because he's a YouTube star. And what teenage girl wouldn't want his affections? Predators know exactly what they're doing. This man has probably been doing this for a long time. And, unfortunately, this is a reason why we do have to watch our children on the internet. And not just girls, boys too. Children, period. We need to closely monitor them. Jones, 26, crooned a cappella covers of popular songs and performed on tour nationwide. Most of the fans of the suburban Chicago singer were teenage girls. Okay, so he's like the rock star of YouTube. You know what I mean? He's like a rock star to these girls. And teenage girls throughout time of music, at least, they love rock stars. And he took advantage of his influence to get these girls to send him pictures, pornographic pictures, and God knows what else they've sent them. And here's a picture of him. This is a picture of the predator. See, predators don't have a certain mean look. We always think of the bad guy looking crazy or looking ugly or looking weird. No, he looks like a normal boy. He actually looks like a normal teenage boy to me. He could even lie to these girls and say what his age was. So evil has no look, okay? Your most attractive person can be the most evilest person in the world. In 2017, he was arrested on 2 counts of production of child pornography. Jones admitted to enticing 6 underage girls to make pornographic videos of themselves and send them to him, according to a plea agreement. The girls were as young as 14. So, he targeted girls from 14 on up to send him videos and pictures. That is crazy. And I don't want to hear that it's the girls' fault. They should have known better. Yes, they should have known better, but you have to remember their brains and stuff are not fully developed as teenagers. They're up here making grown adult decisions thinking that they know what they're doing. And what you fail to realize, or what some people fail to realize, is once you submit those pictures on the internet, guess what? They out there forever. At some point, these girls are going to want to find jobs that require background checks. or get involved in something that will require background check. And they better pray to God that he didn't do anything with those photos and videos that would jeopardize their chances of getting what they want in life. He pleaded guilty in February, and on Friday, U.S. District Judge John Z. Lee sentenced him to 10 years in federal prison. Production and receipt of child pornography are extraordinarily serious offenses that threaten the safety of our children and communities, Assistant U.S. Catherine Nett Welsh said in the government's sentencing memorandum. Jones' actions took something from his victims and their families that they will never, never be able to get back. And she's exactly right. He took a part of their innocence, had it photographed and filmed, and sent over the internet in his possession. And hopefully he's not one of those pedophiles that, they have their little dark websites or their little websites that they go on and they swap pictures and, and they use pictures to extort girls to send them more pictures and, and whatever they do with the pictures in the privacy of their home. So nobody knows, what did he do with these videos? Did he just keep them to himself, or was he sharing them among other pedophiles or his friends? Y'all, we have got to really look out for our children when it comes to this internet and this technology. It's just too much. And I know it's a lot, and we don't want the children to think that we're the big, we're just the meanest parents in the world. But if you sit down and explain to them, look, this is what's going on. I do this because I love you. I could care less if you get mad at me. These are the rules, and this is what we're going to have to do for your safety. To get the videos, Jones told some of the girls to prove they were his biggest fans. See, he knew which ones to say that to. That they were part of a modeling opportunity. Oh my gosh. And so many young women want to be models. Here you have this big YouTuber saying, look, I can give you an opportunity. All you need to do is send me this picture. And they're thinking this is a career move. This is just sick. And that he could assist them in gaining followers on Instagram, the Department of Justice said. So he used things that he knew that young girls would fall for. Right now, we live in a social media society. People judge their value and their self-worth on the amount of followers and views that they have. As they call it, clicks and views. And oh my gosh. And he used that to get these girls to do, these pornographic videos and pictures. Jones admitted to using Facebook to persuade minor girls to send him pornographic videos and pictures approximately 30 other times. So he's just a serial predator. He messaged girls as young as 14. Even before his arrest, Jones had come under fire for his interactions with young fans. In June 2015, he posted a 16-minute YouTube video in which he looked directly into the camera and admitted that he used to ask fans to send him twerking videos. And you can still find that video on YouTube. I will not be posting a link to it in my video, though. You'll have to search for it. Nothing ever went further than twerking videos, he said. Then there were never any nudes, never any physical contact. Okay, so back in 2015, he figured, I can get these girls to twerk. And then as time was going on and the more girls that were sending him twerking videos, he was like, well, let me take it a little further. Let me see if they'll do this. He saw that they would do that. Let me see if they do that. He saw that they would do that. And he just, he just went all out. Wow. Jones was first arrested in June 2017 at O'Hare International Airport and questioned in a recorded interview, the complaint states. He waived his Miranda rights and admitted to using Facebooks to have sexually explicit chats with underage girls, receive explicit photos from them, and view those videos for sexual pleasure. That is just so disgusting even to read that out loud of what he did. And if you're a parent that had to sit in court and listen to what he did with your child's pictures, probably made them want to throw up. A federal criminal complaint cites 2 instances of Jones messaging teenage girls to send him explicit videos of themselves dancing. In one example, Jones messaged with a girl who told him she was 14 years old. So she told him right out. Now, this is a grown man. He looks like he's young, but at least we know he's at least 18. But she told him flat out, I'm 14. Jones allegedly asked her to send videos of herself dancing in a sexual manner and referred to it as a tryout and an opportunity. See, there he go. He plays on that need of girls, of young girls, to feel accepted and wanted. You know, she probably felt like, oh, if I do this for him, I'll get more views, I'll get some opportunities, I'll get some people be contacting me to do this and that. You know, living in fantasy world as young girls do. I mean, you're children. You don't know the real world yet. You know. According to the complaint, Jones instructed the girls on how to shake or clap their buttocks and expose themselves in videos for him. So he's directing them. He knows exactly what he wants. And he's going to tell them, no, I need you to do it like that. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. And these girls, because they were so starstruck and felt that they were so infatuated with this man, they did it. At the beginning, get super close. Okay, so this is him talking to them. At the beginning, get super close and say these lines. Oh my gosh. Hey, Austin, and you have to say your name. And this butt is years old. And then make it clap for 30 seconds. Got it? Jones wrote on Facebook to the girl, the complaint states. And see, again, y'all, we have to monitor our children on the internet, on these social media pages. You know, it almost makes you want to say, no, I just need you to take all your social media down. You don't even need to be on social media. But we need to find a way to protect them as best as we can. And I know we can't be around them all the time, and they're allowed to take phones to school. But, I mean, something has to be done. Something has to be done. Because our children are becoming victims to predators, and they have a bigger platform to pick their victims from. And you can never say that would never be my child, because I don't care, the brightest and the best child in the world, you never know how vulnerable they are, especially when it comes to their own sexuality and their own need for attention, because they're children. She ultimately sent him 15 videos of her dancing, including 10 videos in which she exposed herself, the complaint says. 15 videos she sent him, and that's just one girl. And he's a YouTube star. He's going on tour nationwide. He's a celebrity in his own right. There's no telling what kind of collection this man had at his house. So now he seems like he's young. He done messed up his life. You know, instead of getting help, he decided to act on his impulses. And now he's going to be labeled as a sexual offender. And he'll have to register as a sexual offender. So the lesson in this whole thing is that we have to be more conscientious with our children when it comes to the internet and their activities on the internet, where we do have to act as big brother, because the times are that difficult now. You have predators that are actively seeking your child out, and you can believe that or not believe it, but trust me, it's true. So that concludes my video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe.